Hi and welcome to another Middy Explores. So today we found ourselves back on the Great Central Railway, or what remains of it, and we're carrying on from where we got to last time, which was the bridge that is used every day that no one knows about, which was on the Lutterworth Road, which I'll put on a map on the screen. And this is the next bridge along the line, which is on a road which I can't remember the name of, which I'll print on the screen. Just a really nice bridge, and as you'll see how close we actually get to the M1, and you can probably hear it in the background there. So without further ado, let's have a look at the bridge. So as we walk along this road, which I say I'll put the name on the screen, and we approach this bridge here, which has got a number, which is very worn. We can make that out. However, there's the M1, so we're right next to the M1. So the mission today is we'll try and get down here. So let's follow the line. So the Great Central went straight this way towards Leicester, and the next bridge is the bridge over the Lutterworth Road, which we covered in a previous video. So we're continuing the journey south. So you can see it's a really lovely old bridge. So what we're going to try and do is get down and have a proper look at it, and you can see here where it joins on to the M1. So there's the M1 bridge there, and plenty of traffic as well. So I'm looking on this south side. It's rather overgrown. So this is the track beds here going south. So you can see there, this is the track bed, which we're going to go down to in a minute. And so the next stop round, this sort of arcs round to follow the M1, basically along that line of trees. And then so the next stop here would have been Ashby Magna Station, I do believe, but I'll double check that, but I think it is. So that'll be the next place we visit along the line. So today we're going to go basically from here to nearly up to Lutterworth. So we're going to cover all the road bridges and any of the track we can find between here and there. Let's get on. Right, so just give you some idea what I do for this channel. Here I am, climbing down an embankment. Well, trying to get to a bridge. So that's it. We're on the track bed. We're on the track bed. Really overgrown. Bit of silly graffiti here and there, but in general, this beautiful old bridge. There doesn't seem a lot down here. The track bed is actually, if I can picture it, you can actually see the track bed is actually fairly intact here. There's no tracks or anything. So track bed is fairly intact. There's the remains of this buttress here. And if we look here, see the bridge really well. Beautiful old bridge. So here we are, right underneath it. Bit of junk under here, unfortunately, and some silly graffiti. But apart from that, it's in amazingly good condition. Look at that. I've got a funny feeling that's been altered at some stage, but still got these I don't think I'll be going on this track very far, because that is absolutely covered. But that is some bridge. I think this one here, up here, this plinth thing that sticks out. I think was to stop, like a baffle to stop steam. I might be wrong. If anybody knows what that is, if they let me know. It's in amazingly good condition considering it's sat here all these years. So, one bridge down, some to go, and a nice tyre and a tree. So, the keen-eyed amongst you will recognise that we've actually done a video very similar to this before, but it was in the days before I knew how to hold a camera properly, and so it was practically unwatchable. When I look back on it, I was so I've replaced it with this one. So we're now on Holt Lane, which is the next bridge, or was a bridge, in the on the Great Central going south from Leicester towards Lutterworth. That's the motorway behind me, and this is the bridge behind me that we're going to look at now. They've cleared this a bit since I was last here, so let's have a good look at it. So this is Holt Lane, so this is going towards Ashby Magna. Behind me is going back towards the Ullesthorpe Road. This is the Great Central, so this is north-south. And obviously this one got the top taken off. Don't know when, but that seems to be the case with these road bridges. If there was any scrap to be had and it was easy to get to, they took it. Which I've got to say, as I've been doing my journey around the Great Central, I've been less and less impressed with how this was taken to pieces. Somebody once said, I don't know who said it, and I heard it somewhere, was that it was the greatest act of architectural vandalism this country's ever seen. I nearly got run over by a cyclist, and certainly does feel that way. Because it seems to me like whatever scrap they could get to, they took. Whereas the stuff out in the countryside, which was a lot more difficult to get to, was left. A little bit cynical, but let's see if we can get up here somehow. So I'm going to see if we can get up on the track and have a look across the bridge and see what the line's like. So looking north, it's a bit grim. You can still see the track bed. It's underneath here somewhere. So here's the track bed coming in. And then so going south, he says, without trying to break his neck, straight over there is where we go south. So not a lot to see up here, but at least we can say we've been on it. And of course there's the M1 right next to us. We go straight under the bridge again. Imagine her driving under here when there was trains clattering over the top, would have been incredible. Brickwork's in amazing condition since it's open to all the elements. Not looked after. Effectively forgotten. So if you look back, would have been a grand bridge at some stage, but unfortunately now a sorry image of its old self. Very sad. Just very quickly, we're underneath the M1 now, so that's looking back on the bridge we were just talking about. They just have got no character, these things. They are just horrible. I'm sure they're very strong and they're very durable and all the rest of it, but oh my dear Lord. I mean, look at that fake concrete brickwork. It is just horrible in here. It's gloomy, it's dismal. I'm sure that old bridge there has got a million times more character, especially when it was complete. Very, very sad for me, this. Right, so now we're at the site of Ashby Magna. Now, I filmed here before, but I didn't notice something which I think I now know. So, there's not much of a drop there. I was expecting that to be a massive drop down onto the line, but it's all been filled in. So, Let's step down here a bit. If we look here, so the bridge is here. There's only half the bridge left, the other half's completely been filled in. And so there's the bridge in all its glory. It's like the M6, this bit. It was shut a few years back. I wish I'd have filmed it then. And that there, I think that bit there has been filled in, because that's the centre of the track. So I'm sure, unless I'm much mistaken, which I probably am, and I've been a few times on this channel, that might have been the way down into the station. If not, it was behind me. Which, as you can see from here, these pillars are awfully close together. There's nothing left of the track here at all. So if we look that way, that's where the line went. More cars. So that side of the bridge is completely gone, as you can see. They've dug it all out. It's been filled in. There's a builder's yard here of some description. And down there is something we're going to cover next week in a video. So we're going to miss a little bit. So those people that are in the know will know there's a little bit there which we're going to cover next week, because I've got something a bit special lined up for that. So we'll miss a section and then we'll go on to the next bit towards Lutterworth. But this was the station, which is a real shame, because it's all gone. There's nothing. Apparently there is a bit of platform down there somewhere, but you have to go in the builder's yard for it, which obviously I can't today. I'm just on the other side of the road now, looking down through the trees. You can still see the remains of the bridge here. As you can see, it's been totally filled in. So, and then the top taken off completely. As you can see, this is actually a part of it, I think. So there it is there, look. That's a real shame, because that's all that's left of it there. So at one stage this would have been Ashby Magna Station, which I'll try and get a photo of and put on the screen, and will be the subject of another video in the very near future. But I say the next bit we're going to miss out, because I'm coming back next week to do something really special with it. So those people that know the track will know which bit I'm going to miss, and you can look forward to that next week. So it's just on a little bit. This used to be a pub, and then it became a restaurant, and it used to be originally the station hotel, because the station is literally about 100 yards behind us. So we're in Dunton Bassett now. So here we are approaching again. So what used to be a bridge here, there doesn't seem to be a bridge anymore, but I'm wondering if there's still one down there, or it's been completely filled in. I think it's been completely filled in, because there's the track bed, as you can see. That's the track bed down there going north, and I think this bridge is completely gone, which is really sad. I mean, that's sadder than even being just having the top taken off. It's completely gone, completely filled in. So that's really sad. We'll go across the other side, see if there's anything left of it. I mean, one thing I will always say with the Great Central, when they closed it, they did a job on it. They properly did a job on it. They didn't want this ever to reopen. There was never any plan of it coming back out, because this is shut completely. This is gone completely. There's nothing left. You would never even know there'd been a railway here, unless you really know what you're looking for. So this is southbound track, and now we're going to move on to the next bit. I always imagine what it would have been like if this had never been built, and if we'd have put everything down the railways. Well, not everything, but you know what I mean. I hate this road. Noisy, horrible, dismal thing it is. Dreary. Right, so here we are on yet another lane that I've forgotten the name of, which I'll put on the screen. And as you can see, we're right next to the M1, and this looks to me like the remains of the bridge. Unfortunately, I think it's been completely filled in, as have many of them, unfortunately. We're going to have a quick look around because we still have a code on the bridge, but I don't think a lot else, unfortunately. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's completely gone. So here is the trap bed. So you can see here we are practically colliding in with the motorway. I would imagine the farmers had a little bit back over the... Oh, there we go. I imagine the farmers had a little bit back over the years, because that doesn't look wide enough to me, but this is definitely a bridge here, which is a real shame. So that's looking south again, so the next stop is Lutterworth there. And then coming back this way, there's pretty much all gone. It's all been filled in. There's no bridge to speak of. And again, we'll come down here, and you can just about see the portal down there, so I might see if we can get over there. So this is the other side, and here, so this is looking north towards Ashby Magna. Absolutely gone, there's nothing left of it at all. There is some, you can just about see the portal here, I think. So it says, if we can get the camera to work, there we go. So what we're going to try and do is get down there and have a proper look, because there is definitely something here, but not a lot. It's a nice load of beer cans. And it's just a wall. So the line came down here, straight through here, and away. Now, I'm beginning to think, while I'm stood here, that this was the beginning of the bridge. I think it's quite, so I think it would have come over here, but again, there's nothing left. It's all gone. So that's looking north along what was the trap bed there, near that fence, and then he says, if we can get his camera to work, so looking south, he's practically on the M1 here. We're so close, it's ridiculous. So the next stop we'll try is Lutterworth, see what we can find. So we're in Lutterworth on the Gilmorton Road. I've actually remembered the name of a road, and this is where the line came in. And this is a bit of a treat, because I found this is clearly the old, oh dear me, where are we going? Here we go. So this is clearly the old bridge and what's left of it. But also there's a real treat here. This is really old metalwork, which I think is the bridge. Now, Lutterworth Station was just over to the left here, but look at this. I don't know. I think this is the old bridge. Now, the station was over there somewhere, which we're going to try and find in a minute. What's left of it anyway. As you can see here, the brickwork's all there. Unfortunately, the railway isn't. Go that way, you can still see it there, all complete. Got the M6 down here, I thought we were in a lockdown. And we go this side, there's some sort of lorry business here, but the portal would have been down here. So again, it says this is the portal here, would have been, and the trap would have gone straight through this industrial estate here. That is some old thing, and beautiful as well. Sadly forgotten, sort of left to just rot away, and it really is rotting away. Look at this here, that is letting go slowly but surely. I mean, it's not holding anything up, so it's just been left, which is really sad. I'm going to try and find a picture of this in its heyday. These old cappings and everything are still here. This is classic Great Central here. The other one has fallen off, and it's down there. You see it down there. It's just been thrown over the back there. What a lovely old thing. What a shame. Just on the same bit, just come off the road a little bit. You can see it from the other side. So the railway would have been there, right in that middle bit. Look at that lovely old thing, completely forgotten. So close to the M1 here, it's ridiculous. Now this is a bridleway, but I'm not entirely sure where it goes. So this would have been the trap bed down there. And the station is further on. Right, so now we're in Lutterworth. This is roughly the site of the old station. As I drove up, I could see this, which looks definitely very old. So it's definitely an old bridge. So the station was off to the left here somewhere. I think it's long gone and demolished. But look at this lovely old thing. It really has better. That's a lovely old thing, that is. I'm surprised this survived. Oh yes. So here we have the mud. I'll try not to break my neck. So there we have. Look at that, that looks incredible. So, I think that would have been the entrance to the station. You can see the brick arch, and that's been filled in. So the station would have been here. I'm absolutely amazed this has survived. What a heck of a find. I wasn't expecting this. It really is a beauty. So there we go. Absolutely lovely. Just had a lovely conversation about the possibility of this being reopened, which isn't this bit, I hasten to add. I hasten to add that because a lot of people are buying into the hype of this, and I'm going to do a bit of a video on it, I think, because when you read the report, it isn't all it's kicked up to be. In fact, it's very far from what it's kicked up to be. Anyway, let's get back to the job in hand. So, that's north, south. The station was here somewhere, which is now long gone. That's definitely the entrance to the station. I've just had that confirmed to me. With this lovely relic. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely. There we go, look at that. So yeah, the station would have been here. It's now a new housing development. It's just here. So the station would have been there, so that would have been Lutterworth Station. And then The trap bed basically goes on here. That's a very old fence. That certainly dates back to the days of the railway. And then this disappears again into basically development, I think. There is a lot to go out. We'll have a little look on this bridle path, which is totally ill-equipped. Trainers as always. Forget that it's winter still, or nearly out of winter, but not quite. So this is an original fence, definitely. So this would have been here to stop people going clambering up that bank and falling under trains. Look at that. So that is the bank there, and I'm sure I can get on it. In fact, in for a penny, in for a pound. It's got to be done. Here we go. One trap bed. So that's the trap bed. So the station will be just down there, and then disappears. I don't know what that noise was. Disappears into that industrial estate there. So that there is the back of Lutterworth. So we basically loop round here. It's basically gone, and that will take us out the back of Lutterworth, which is where we'll finish our journey for today. So we'll go around there next and film the last bit. That's lovely. I wasn't expecting to get on the track here. Let's have a little look. Seems a shame if we're here anyway, to not have a little look at the trees. Of course, nothing left of the old tracks or anything, as there never is with the Great Central. Because they did a real job, like I keep saying, they did a proper job on it. We're up here now. Oh, I think I can get on it. Aha. There we go. That's some ancient. Oh, there we go. Look, so let's film the house. There we go. That's the old bridge. Right here, completely gone to the railway. So here you see they would have come up here. In fact, it's still there. I think the steps are still, I can't get to it. The steps are still in there. You can see through there. Can you see through there? That would have been the steps up to the station. And it's still there. Oh my word. So this is the middle up to the station. This would be so this is a platform. So we still have a platform. There we go. A bit of a bonus for today. So this would be platform 1, platform 2, whichever. So this would have been northbound this side. Oh my word. I really wasn't expecting that. That's the remains of the station. Well, the station would have been here, but that is absolutely unbelievable. I can't get an angle on that. That's a shame. You can see down in there is the stairs up. Would have been the stairs up into the station. You can just see it. There, look. Aha. So it would have been the stairs up into the stairs. I can't believe that is still there. Oh my word. there we go. Lutterworth Station. The remains of a platform here. Back down onto the path. So here we go. So on Stamford Road here, or Stamford Hall, is off to my right. So the station we've just been to is just over there, over that side, and it's completely gone now. All the development, the roads, everything's took it away. However, the track bed reappears here. And then Stamford Hall Road, which was this bit, which we're going over now, is, there used to be a bridge here, it's completely gone. There's the track bed. So we picked the track bed back up on the right side, it says, going over a fence. So this would have been the track bed down here, and what we're walking past is loads of bricks and bits of rubble and different things here. So this is where the bridge would have been, completely filled in, and I can't see any remnants of it. Now I will try and dig a photo out, as always, sometimes successfully, sometimes not, often not, of basically the old bridge there. So if we go around that way, we can see that. So that is where the road's up there. So this was the bridge here. It's completely gone, filled in and forgotten. Nobody even know it had ever been there. I've drove past this bit loads of times and I didn't even know this was the Great Central, to be honest. There's loads of bricks and rubble down here, so I think they just bulldozed it. And again, as unfortunate with a lot of the Great Central, it's gone, completely gone. This is quite a nice cutting though. This is one of the best ones I've seen, because this hasn't been interrupted at all. They've just lifted the track. See all these bricks everywhere. I've got a funny feeling these bricks were that bridge. It's just been left to go back to nature. So we carry on this way and eventually we get to Rugby. So that's going to be probably another video for another day. So there we go, a little trip along the Great Central Railway. So that's taken us from the Lutterworth Road, pretty much all the accessible bits, up to the other side of Lutterworth. And then what we're going to do in a future date is go from here all the way to the side of Rugby, which there's loads to look at there. I've seen some of the videos for that as well, but I need to explore it myself, and I'm sure you want to join me with that. So next on the Great Central, we're going to go the other way from Whetstone, which is the other videos that I've replaced in my old catalogue, and we're going to go from Whetstone Viaduct, which I've wanted to film for a long time. We're going to film that all the way into the centre of Leicester and slightly beyond, until we join up basically with the restored, or what do we call it, still running railway that is from Leicester North up until Loughborough. And then we can have a little look beyond of see what they're doing next with the Loughborough line, because there's going to be lots going on there in the future, which hopefully we'll be part of. But that's it for today. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe as usual, always pleasant, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers, bye.